That's why I got into fencing. Fencing is an individual sport. When you succeed, it's all on you. When you fail, it's also all on you. So it's about your personal best, and really, the only one you compete with is yourself. Now, I'm a broken old man. I have a knee injury. It makes it impossible for me to fence. I have a brace on my right leg. And I can't lunge onto it, or off of it for that matter. But I will always have fond memories of Lothar, of Phil, of everybody else, and of fencing. It was great. I will have fond memories of going to Father's for nachos afterwards. Those were the days.
Yeah.
And that's where my personal favorite Lothar Zimmermann quote comes from. When he was offered water in the restaurant, his standard reply was, "Water? Water is for animals. Bring me beer." I have a few memories that were sent to me by some other people that wanted them to be shared as well. Irene Graves-Smith, you would have known her here as Irene Enright in those days. She says, "I really like food, and Lothar Zimmermann uses a lot of food words to help people learn to fence. Here's the start of an English Lothar English dictionary. English, bread basket. Definition, container on a kitchen counter for toast, baguette, bagels, etc. Lothar, bread basket. Part of the fencer's target area, generally the area of the stomach, something to be aimed at while ducking. For non-fencers, the torso or the abdomen. Donut, common North American baked good, typically found in the shape of a circle, torus if you will, most popular with police officers. There's a cop here, please don't arrest me. Lotharism, donut, fencing move performed with sword in a circular movement to block the opponent's attack. The English would call it a counter-seeked parry. How many people today mentioned the words counter-seeked when you were on the piste? How many people talked about counter-seeked?
It's donut.
How many people said donut? Do a donut. There you go. That, such quotes. Got one from Jason Gorley. His favorite quote is, "The first loser is the one who doesn't show up." And that is very true. This world is made up of the people who show up. The people who stay home aren't worth much. Danny Enright had this to say, "My favorite Lothar story, aside from pronunciation lessons on his first name, celebrates our mutual appreciation for crushing rivals from other provinces." I don't know if that's directed at anybody in particular. "We were visiting Halifax for a tournament. My particular rival was a confident left-handed fencer who did go on to have an excellent national fencing career. But not that day. Lothar saw who I was up against in the pools, and he ran me through an effective lesson. 5 minutes later, my rival threw down his mask and stomped off the piste." Yeah, it seems that we have a bit of a history here trying to frustrate left-handed mutant fencers until they lose sight of proper fencing decorum, right? Yeah. So those are just a few of my memories. I have many, many wonderful memories of fencing, of all my friends, and all of the wonderful trips we did. Just so much. I could be here forever, but I know you don't want to listen to me forever. So I'm going to invite our president of the PEI Fencing Association to make grandiose remarks on the auspicious and legendary occasion of this 20th edition of the Xmas Epee Challenge.
11 bearded fencers. We have one fencer from away, as Lothar called them on the radio this morning, the FFAs. And we have the fencer who returned to the island after being away for a while. So on our left, we have Jeff Graves-Smith coming to us directly from Paris to Halifax.
Hey,
Halifax. So you also get the longest traveled fencer award for coming in. So he kind of married into our association when he married Irene, the former Irene Enright, back in 2005. They've been living in Paris area since March 2004. Jeff started fencing in Halifax back as a young kid. And actually, one of my first stories involves Jeff Graves-Smith. So we were at the PEI Provincials at Beechwood, or
Birchwood.
Yeah.
and I rolled over on my ankle. So I had this big purple blob at the end, and I didn't really know anybody at the time, and nobody got me ice. So I was limping down to Ken's corner, the crazy corner, to get ice, and I limped back. And as soon as Lothar kind of said, "Oh, why'd you do that? Well, you should have asked us." Well, now that you're here and you're not fencing, here's some paper. You could run the tournament. How about you do that? Lothar showed me in 5-10 minutes, and been running these things ever since. But Jeff Gray-Smith was the guy who was a wee little kid at the time. Stepped in for me and did much better than I would have done. So that was my first memory of Jeff. He's also the manager and head coach of the Finnish women's foil team, which is also known as Irene. Chef de delegation for the Finnish women's foil team and steps in for the Swiss as well. So Jeff travels quite a bit throughout Europe wherever Irene goes and helps out some other people along the way. And he is also, as he's reminded us a couple times, a 4-time winner of the PEI Xmas Epee Challenge and is undefeated. He also suggests that you need to have a beer. It had to be 5'11" to get to the final, and have a beer before you fence. And coming to us from the island with a sidestep off to Germany. So Mitchell O'Brien was introduced to fencing here on the island, went away for a while, works in high tech. He fenced at the University of Leipzig and also in a town called Liebach, where one of our world champions in men's epee comes from. He's loved it. And he's fenced with some high-level competitors in his club, including some junior world champions and people who've done quite well on the international circuit. So we basically have the battle of the 5th generation Islander against the fencer from away. But we're going to get this going in a bit. And many thank you for everybody here. And we're about to start our finals. So best of luck to everyone.
All right. Right underneath me. Oh, it's 4. Where's my...
Oh. 3, 1. On go. Clap. Allez.
Oh.
That's nice. That's what we like to see.
Hold. Okay. 2, 3. On go. Clap. Allez. Misters. 4, 2. On go. Clap. Allez. Four hits. On go here. Clap. Allez.
Here's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Nice. Pass 2. 5, 2. On go. Clap. Allez. Oh, release 3, 5. Time?
Time 1:48 has expired.
On go. Clap. Allez.
And 1 minute break.
Oh, repass 6, 3.
The light out that way once.
On go.
This is it.
It was like a...
This is it.
Clap.
Feeling how it's
Allez.
Like,
This is the part I was thinking through.
Oh, double touch. 4, 7. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Up.
Oh!
8, 4. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Oh, remise touche. 5, 8. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Oh, double touch. 6, 9. Angel. Prêt. Allez.
Oh!
Floor. Middle's here. Angel. Prêt.
Not looking
Allez.
at it. Oh!
Touche. 10, 6. You okay? Angel. Prêt. Allez. Help. Mise touche. 11, 6. Angel.
2 minutes, 33 seconds has expired.
Angel. Prêt. Allez. Help. 12, 6. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Help. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Help.
Oh!
Touche. 13, 6. Angel. Prêt. Allez.
Time.
Allez. Help. Floor.
Floor.
Here. Prêt. Allez. Help. 14, 6.
Here. Get registered.
Angel. Prêt. Allez. Help.
Oh!
Touch. 7, 14. Angel. Prêt. Allez. Oh.
Alright.
8, 14.
All right, good.